till that drips down my back. Break 4 bars on a trip to Mars, gas on a quarter, and I'm whipping my order. My word game strong, and my money come long. Getting up on my knowledge, I'm just trying to get through college. I ain't trying to live in garbage. I must get a little college break. I'm easy when I sit back, take it easy. Ladies can't see me when I keep it on the freezy. Put down that Louis G. Gucci got me Louis V. Can't drink much water, ain't much to eat in the gutter. Ain't asking for no help, cause we ain't slick. Hold up, alright, had to get this big. It's no wrong with fire, finna put my soul for higher. Pain ain't nothing when you got the scatterbrain. You get nervous. All I'm trying to do is explain, nobody hearing what I'm saying. Gotta keep the brain for free, nobody ride like I need. Finna start to grow this greed till money's all I breathe. Gucci words take care of me. 3 a.m. gon' let me see what it is and where we be. Cause get this new chain, I see G. I can really entice for free. I ain't trying to write for free. Let's quit school and let it be. That ain't the way for me. It's hard to compose, you see, without just being me. I hear playing this to get these bars on free. I don't Alright. I wrote my speech on Gucci Man. He's my inspiration. His name is Roderick Delonte Davis. He actually got Gucci Man from his father, which was his street name. He lived in Birmingham, Alabama, and he moved to Atlanta when he was 14, which is like me too. He always loved to write poetry, and in high school he had spent some time in recording studios. He already made some beats. He was working on some stuff. I think Big Cat Productions is the one that picked him up. He went to jail for a little while. That kind of got his name out there some, gave him some time to spit some bars. He made it on the scene after he released Black Tea, which was his first single debut album, and it got him enough radio time just locally that his name started getting out there. He released his first independent album, Trap House, in 2005. He spent a lot of time just doing like drugs, being in the trap houses. He had a lot to rock about. He got in a big fight with Jeezy over there was a song on it called Icy, and they had collaborated, and Jeezy did a track to kind of help get his name out there. And he wouldn't rap the song in public with Gucci, and Gucci thought it was a disrespect thing. Like he was like, you'll be on my track and help me, but you won't rap with me and spit with me. And it made him really mad, so he used the single on his track, and Jeezy was like, I didn't say, like I thought that was going on my album, I was gonna use that, and it just caused a big huge fight. Which actually turned out, Jeezy made another song it was called Stay Strapped, and he put a price tag of $10,000 on Gucci Mane's chain if anybody would come after him in the streets and shoot him up and take his money from him and everything, just to kind of put him in his place. Gucci came back with round 1 and said he wasn't scared. He was like, come at me, Jeezy, we can do this, go ahead. Gucci's put in a real rough situation and charged with homicide. He's over at a dancer's house and men come over with guns and bad intentions. Gucci ends up taking the gun because they were hitting him, and he blows one of the dudes, and he actually had ties with Jeezy. And so they thought that Jeezy sent the guy after him, but he said he didn't. They dropped everything. Gucci got out. He released his album Hard to Kill in October, and he was out of jail in January, so it only took him a couple months to write everything and get it produced. The dust never settles. Jeezy and Gucci always have fights and disses despite a few collaborations over the years. Gucci took all this anger and demand for respect and continued trying to make music, and it expresses emotions in a clear-cut way while trying to tell its story. And I kind of try to do the same thing. I don't do the best with just like talking in normal conversations, so a lot of the time if I need to get a point across, I can really just spit a beat or write a rhyme or write like a long paper like this, and I can kind of communicate a little bit better. And it seems like he's really in that same spot. Like I can spit everything I need to say, but it might not sound the best. Gucci Mane and Skylar. Gucci's home is my home. I grew up just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, moving through the surrounding cities frequently because my dad's a little bit shady. He was always running game on people, or we were running from hiding money, and he just had to move around a lot. The places in the songs and the places and cities in all of his songs are places that I've been and situations I've experienced and stuff I've gone through. I lived not even 1,000 miles from Gucci during all of the early years of his career, 2005 to 2011. We share a lot of similarities. I've always written poetry. I love to rhyme. I've spent time in recording studios with people, and I was into it just at 14 was the right age when I really got into it. I spent days running with gangbangers, and I've been out of trap houses, but it's not really something I like to brag about. Gucci got famous so fast through his anger and uncaring behavior, about Jeezy. So the way he took that anger and run with assumptions that someone was disrespecting him, and really turned it into like a whole career. He makes music all the time, and he just demands that respect, and that's the same thing I kind of try to do. I'll give you more on that, actually. In Georgia, when I was younger, in my first year of high school, I used to work on a car lot with my ex-boyfriend, and I had a knife to strip the wires in the car, and I would bring it with me everywhere. Like, I always had it on my purse, like it was my present from my boyfriend. I didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't think of it as like a weapon, like, oh, that's a knife, I'm gonna do anything bad. I just thought like someone gave me something to cherish. And I was in math class, and I'm really smart, and there was this girl, and she was sitting beside me, and she would look at all my answers, and she was talking to me, and just yapping, and I was like, look, I'm going to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom, and I come back, and the girl had gone through my purse, and she found my knife, and she was mad at me, and she took it to the teacher, and she said, this girl threatened to stab me, I can't sit by her no more. And before I even could make it out of the bathroom, the principal was outside waiting on me, and came and got me and took me to the principal's office and told me I had to get kicked out and all this stuff. And even the cop talked to me, and he was like, you can talk to her, like she's not like that, she's not trying to do anything. But I got kicked out. I went to alternative school. I had to build picnic tables for 2 years without learning anything at all. I didn't have any education. Everybody was so far behind me because I had been in advanced classes. It really messed up my whole education thing, and the fact that that girl ran with assumptions and really ruined a lot of what could have been a good career for me, like a good school. I was really smart. That anger really drives me every day, and I think Gucci kind of went through the same thing with Jeezy, where it was like I thought we were doing something really good, like you had my back, not even that the girl had my back, but like we were just okay, we were doing something, and you just turn around like diss me behind my back, and you just ruin everything. And he ran with it. He made music. He did good. He's smart. I mean, in his own way. Not everybody can be book smart. I got some street smarts, and I can spit some stuff, and I think Gucci keeps my head right. Whenever I get confused, there's always a song I can listen to, and I can always express my emotions through rap, which is good, because you can't keep it all in your head. But there's always songs that he's got, and it always keeps me in that mindset of like, just go get the money, get your respect, do everything you can do. It doesn't matter what your background is. Like, it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter if it's gutter. Just take what you can do and be you and run with it. Don't try to be a suburban white girl if you're not. You can't be that. You got to do what you got to do. And I mean, both Gucci and I obviously run with assumptions and demand respect. But I mean, he's always been my male role model in life. My dad is too shady. I can't really look up to him for anything. I asked him for a laptop, and he got me a counterfeit laptop with a fake Windows program on it, and it was stolen, and a fake Microsoft Word. And I had to buy that one over there, but I got one now. So you just gotta keep your mind right. Whenever I feel emotional, my dad taught me growing up, feelings were bad, and I should do everything I can do to just hide them. But there's always a Gucci song that speaks for me and allows me to sort through everything. Gucci is concerned with getting money, respect, and living his life to the fullest, just like I am.